Well, I've been doing many things. I had many things to do today, so I'm a little bit tired now.
Okay. So you had a lot of things to do, and now you're tired. That makes
Yeah,
sense. Yeah, work-related things, I imagine.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
cool. And Javier, welcome back. Nice to see you again, Javier. How are you?
Hello again, Joshua. I'm fine. Thank you.
Nice. And Javier, what have you done today since I saw you last?
No, I just ate something.
Okay, nice.
I,
What'd you eat?
I ate lunch.
Yeah, what did you have for lunch?
Well, a sandwich.
What
Just a
kind of
sandwich.
sandwich?
Ham and cheese.
Okay, ham and cheese. Any tomatoes or
Yes.
lettuce?
Yes, yes, with salad.
Okay, cool. Alexander, welcome back. Alexander, how's it
Hello
going?
again.
Hey,
It's going well.
nice. Good to hear. Alexander, what have you done today, or what did you do today?
Today, mm, I've done some interesting thing. I bought an oven to myself in my flat.
You bought
Uh,
an oven?
yeah,
Nice.
and that's the most uh, mm, rememberable. No,
That's pretty big. Buying an oven is huge. So
it's pretty
cool.
huge. Yeah,
And yeah, I think when we say that's huge in English, we say it's like a big deal, or that's like an important activity that you've done today. So that's huge.
hmm
Not necessarily the oven, even though ovens are pretty big. Marius, welcome to class. Marius, how are you?
Hello, hello. I'm fine, thank you.
Nice. Good to hear. Marius, what about you? What's your day been like?
Um, yeah, no, I didn't do too much today. I'm on vacation. Then mainly I rest
Okay.
these days.
What do you do resting? Do you like to watch television? What do you do?
I'm reading or learning English through internet.
Okay. Good. Reading, learning English, solid. Pretty relaxing for sure. All right, and let's get started, maybe, with today's class. We're talking about journalism, the news. Let's start with Nacho. Can you read the title and the next lines?
Sure. I can't see them. Joshua, I can't see them. I just see
Okay,
Alexander's
that's fine.
pictures.
I think that might be. Well, can you guys?
Yeah,
Can the
now.
rest of you guys see it? Okay.
Yeah,
If you
now.
click on my name, Nacho, at the bottom of the screen, that should help.
Okay. So the news. Today we will. Sorry. Today we will practice conjugating verbs, read comics, read and discuss news stories, and practice role plays.
Good. Nicely done. And Monica, welcome to class. Whoa. Monica, how's it going?
Hi. Oh, I'm pretty well, thank you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, definitely. That's good.
Okay.
Good to hear. Monica, where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Okay. And I haven't seen you in class before, correct? I don't recognize your picture.
No, correct. This is my first class with you.
Okay, nice. Well, welcome to class. It's nice to meet you, Monica.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, and Nacho, can you ask Monica the first question?
So, Monica, do you watch the news? Why or why not?
Yes, I usually watch the news because I wanted to be informed about what's happening in the world.
Nice, okay. So I usually watch the news because I want to be informed about what's happening in the world. Good. And Audie, welcome to class. Audie, how are you? Okay, maybe
Doing
a
well.
little. Nice. Good to hear. Okay, Monica, can you ask Marius the next question?
Okay. Do you prefer watching the news or reading the news, and why?
I usually watch the news, but I also read the news. It's more for me. It's convenient to watch the news when I have lunch or dinner.
Okay, when I have lunch or dinner. Okay. Maybe we could say when I am having lunch or dinner, but I think you can use the present tense well there too. Okay. And let's have, welcome to class, Claire. Claire, how's it going?
Yes. Hello.
Hi. And how's the pronunciation?
Lady.
Claire. Claire. Yeah. Your name gives me more trouble than anything ever. Claire. Okay. And let's have Marius. Can you ask Claire the last question here?
Yes. What news story are you following now?
But about the news of the world, or the newspaper, or uh, I don't understand the question really. Okay, in the newspaper, for example, no? For example, in my country, we are paying attention to the Greece elections, to Syriza, that has won the elections of Greece, because our situation is more or less similar than in Greece. So we are looking the changes that they are doing.
Sorry. Really good. That's great. Maybe we'd say the changes they're making, Leire. Um, Javier, what about you? What about you, Javier? What are you following? What news story?
Well, actually, I'm currently following news about the economics issues in my country. The island
You
is
are following the news, or you're not?
yes, I'm following the news about that issue about the bad economic in my country.
Okay.
Actually, the island is passing through a bad times.
The island?
Yeah, the island is passing through a bad time right now.
Nice. Okay. Really good. And I think we're solid. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. let's have Alexander. Can you read the title and the next words?
Okay. Correspondent. Correspondent. Feature. Breaking news. Tabloid. Plagiarize.
Good.
Journalism. Editorial. Yellow journalism. Columnist.
Nice. Okay. You did a really good job, especially with plagiarize. Correspondent was one.
Correspondent. It is
Nice.
correspondent. Okay.
Yeah.
Correspondent is the person who is let me think how to explain it. He's he's corresponding the people about something interesting, what was happening before, something like that.
A correspondent. Yeah, so maybe who can explain what a correspondent is? Audie?
No, I cannot explain it.
Okay. Nacho, you were in this class a little while ago. Can you explain what a correspondent is?
Yeah, is a journalist who works in another country and sends information to his own country.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe a correspondent could also be somebody who works in a different location within a country, but they send information back to the place where they work. To the place they... Yeah, so somebody who just sends information back from somewhere that's far away. A foreign correspondent would be somebody in a different country. But really good job, Nacho. Any other questions about any of these words?
Yes. What does plagiarize mean?
Okay. And who can explain what plagiarize means? Does anyone know?
To copy.
It's like copy.
Yeah. Copy. Definitely. So if you plagiarize an article, you just copy the article and say it's your own. Okay. Any other questions?
I know what means editorial, but can you give us some example where it can be used?
Okay. I know what editorial means. Remember, but can you give us an example? Yeah. And I mean, can anybody give an example of what an editorial is or when it might be used?
Well, usually it's an opinion article at the beginning of newspapers.
Generally at the beginning. Yep. Yeah, so it's an opinion article. So really just, you know, it's written by a staff member and it contains their opinion. For sure, and that's pretty much the only thing. It's written by a staff member and it contains an opinion. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, any other questions?
Yes, yellow journalism. What does it
Yellow
mean?
journalism. Okay. Who can explain what yellow journalism is? Anybody know?
Well,
Javier,
it's a
what do you think?
newspaper. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Oh, no. I'm not sure who was saying that. Nacho, is that you?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's a newspaper that is not very serious. So they give information, but it's just for the scandal or to get attention.
That's more of a tabloid. Yellow journalism is, I guess you could say, a newspaper practices yellow journalism when they publish lies, slander, libel, or anything that is untrue in order to gain readers. Maybe gain readers' attention. That's yellow journalism. So if you accuse somebody of yellow journalism, you're accusing them of lying for, I guess, ratings, for better ratings. But yeah, Nacho, lots of tabloids do practice yellow journalism, you could say. So they're very similar. Any other questions? Okay, Monica, can you make a sentence with feature?
Feature. Actually, I'm not sure what does it mean. Maybe
Okay.
I know feature as a characteristic.
Can I try?
Yeah, remember, I'm not sure what it means. And yeah, feature is a characteristic, but it's something a little bit different. Alexander, did you ask to try?
Yes, I
go
know
ahead.
what it means. What feature means? It's like to show, to demonstrate some use. For example, we can use it when we are talking about news. For example, some reporter has already written some articles, and we can say about this article that this reporter was featured. No, this reporter was featured about. No, this reporter featured about the situation what's happening now in the world.
Okay, not quite. You're really close. But it's slightly different. We'd be talking about something like a feature story. So it's just a news story that is especially long. So generally, it is a main story about someone or something.
Is it now?
Yeah, so we'd say it's a feature. It can be a verb too. So the airport features.
So I was explaining the verb.
Yeah, that's okay, which is fine. So we'd be talking about a feature, like a news feature, a feature story. State of the art tech, which would be a little bit different. And today's feature is on war on or in Syria, sort of something like that. Today's feature, today's story, today's long news article. Okay, let's go on to the next page, and let's try this. I think we're Audie. Audie, can you read the title and try the first sentence?
Fill in the blanks. Plus conjugate the verb. Our foreign blank in Greece for past 2 weeks, covering this story. We'll turn to him now. Okay. Our foreign correspondent are in Greece. Okay, wait a minute. Are in.
For the past 2 weeks is important.
Has been?
Yes, has been.
Yeah, good. Audie, can you read that one more time?
Our foreign correspondent has been in Greece for the past 2 weeks, covering this story. We turn to him now.
Good. Nacho, what about the next sentence?
Today's feature explain how bankers began the recent economic crisis.
Nice. Really good job. Nice work, Nacho. What about the next one, Monica?
That news agency is rubbish. All they printed for the past has printed for the past 10 years. They have printed for the past 10 years is yellow journalism.
Nice. Really well done. And what about the next one, Marius?
Columnist.
Yeah, that would work. I don't know why I haven't put this in yet. It's supposed to be journalist.
Journalist, yeah. The journalist who the terrorists have held captive for the past months was released yesterday.
Okay. This is good. A little bit different. Can anybody give...
Holding.
Yeah. Had been holding would work. You could also say we're holding. Either of those would work. Can you repeat that sentence one more time, Marius?
Yes. The journalist who the terrorists had been holding captive for the past months was released yesterday.
Good. Nice job. Leire, can you try the next one?
Yes. Our most famous columnist has written about love.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. I think we'd want to say, because we're missing another word here. If we use this in the present tense and fill in another word, how would it sound?
In the present, writes.
Yeah, generally writes.
Breaking news about love.
It wouldn't be breaking news because it's about love.
Editorials.
Editorials, yeah. About love. Yeah, so you could write an editorial about love. For sure. It's maybe not the most serious news, but good. Okay, does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay.
Sorry, yes, I have a question. What does Tom mean?
What does what mean?
Tom. We Tom to him now.
It's a really common expression when you're talking about news. We turn to him now, we turn to it now. It's just like, yeah, we are turning over the microphone to that person. So we're going to him, we turn to him. Yeah, it's just changing the... Yeah, changing the camera and the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Oh. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, let's do some reading. And I think we're with Javier. Can you read the first part of this paragraph?
Okay. In recent weeks, Argentina has been consumed by a high-profile murder mystery involving President Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner. Last month, Argentine prosecutor Alberto Nisman was found dead in his apartment. Argentina was originally said the death was a suicide, but many thought the timing was more than a little suspicious.
Good. Originally.
Originally.
Originally. Really good. Good reading.
Thanks.
And Alexander, can you read the next paragraph? Alexander, your microphone is on.
Sorry.
No worries.
Oh my god. The next part, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
For a decade, Nisman had been investigating the 1994 bombing of a Jewish community center in Argentina that killed 85 people. Right before he died, Nisman had accused both Kirchner and the country's foreign minister of covering up Iran's involvement in the bombing. Then yesterday, the lead investigator in Nisman's death said that the Nisman had drafted a request for their arrests, and then the prosecutor investigating all this said she's going on vacation for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So really interesting stuff. Nacho, what do you think about this? First sum up what's happening in this article.
Well, a person, Alberto Nisman, was found dead, and although the officials say that it was because suicide, it's a little bit weird story, because this person, Nisman, was investigating a bombing of a Jewish community center 20 years ago, not 30 years ago.
Yeah. Not 30 years ago. So 94. About 20 years ago.
Yeah, 20, it's true.
Yeah. So officials said it was because of a suicide. Yeah. And so they've come to the conclusion that it was a murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and Monica, yeah, I guess what do you think about this story?
What I think?
Yeah.
I don't know. That this man, Nisman, was killed to cover his investigation.
Yeah, for sure. Have you been following the story at all, Monica, or had you heard about this?
No, I didn't hear about this.
Okay. Anybody in class, has anybody heard about this case?
No.
No? Okay.
What does draft mean?
Draft?
To draft, yeah.
Good question. Does anybody know what to draft means? Any ideas?
A draft is also like a project when you draw something.
Yeah. So when you draw something up is again to draw something up. In this case, it's just to write something. So he wrote up a request for requests. It's like writing a letter, writing something. You draft. Yeah. So generally when we're writing things, we have multiple drafts. If you are writing a story, you will have multiple drafts of the story. Yeah. I guess that's it. Does that make sense?
Yes, a bit.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe let's have Marius. Has something like this ever happened in your country?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
To kill a prosecutor never happened in my country.
Good. That's definitely a good thing to happen. What about like scandals? Have there ever been any big scandals in your country? So cover-ups, government cover-ups.
In generally, in my country, in Romania, the problem is the corruption of the establishment of the political system.
Okay.
Is,
So can you think of a big story about political corruption?
I could say one story, for example, the prime minister. The prime minister is a prosecutor, and he plagiarized his thesis. So
Wait, so he was a
because,
lawyer and he plagiarized his thesis?
yeah, in order to have the PhD, they discovered that he plagiarized his thesis, but he didn't. He keep staying in the power. You know, it's. I want to
Okay,
say
he
that
remained in power.
he remain in power, no remorse. You know.
And was unremorseful?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. That's definitely pretty bad.
Yeah.
Lere, what about you? Any big political corruption things or cover-ups in your country's history?
Oh yes, a lot of corruption, or above all nowadays. It has been discovered a lot of cases of corruption in both majoritarian parties.
Have been discovered. Okay, and so can you give us an example of something that's happened recently in your country, of a cover-up or something like corruption? Just an example.
Yeah, for example, the treasurer of the party that is now in the power has stolen a lot of millions of euros from the party and from the rest of people who gives donations to the party, and has transferred it to Switzerland.
No way.
Yep.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Okay. Okay, and because this is interesting, Javier, what about where you live?
Of course, in my islands there's a problem with corruption too. For example, actually, The island have a debt of 72 billions of dollars for a small island. Most of that debt is because the government has issued some stocks, bonus, debts, and when they get the money, what's the word? Is deal to their friends. Right
It's
now we
dealt.
have dealt, yes, to their friends. Now, right now we have, for example, uh, the energy company who brings electricity to all population has a great debt, and the irony is that this company is a monopoly. It's a monopoly. It's broke right now. How can you broke a company that is a monopoly?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yes. Yes, we have something like
Okay.
we have issues with corruption too.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Okay, interesting. And maybe one more, Alexander. Can you explain in your country an example of a big cover-up or a scandal, something like that? Alexander, your microphone is muted. Alexander, are you there? Okay, Nacho, what about you? Cover-up, scandal, anything like that?
Well, I live as Leire in Spain, so we have a new case of scandal every day.
Scandal every day. Okay, can you give an example of one scandal or one cover-up?
Yeah, for example, the political party in government has two accounting, so they don't pay taxes for one of them, and they reform, for example, or their buildings and everything with black money.
Okay, black money. Black money is money. What
It's
is black
money.
money?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was the same in Spanish and English. Black money means money that uh, is not legal. So, for example, if you're working, yeah, dirty money. So, for example, if you are working as a teacher and you don't pay taxes, so you just receive the money from your students, and then you don't pay taxes for this money.
Yep.
This is in Spanish black money.
Okay, yeah. We'd probably say dirty money.
Yeah.
And dirty money is often like involved in drugs. Yeah, and so when you launder money, you pass it through an organization that does pay taxes and makes it clean money.
Yeah.
So that's laundering. Okay. Good. I think we're good on this page. Does anybody have any questions here or anything else they'd like to say? Okay. And so, yeah. Let's try this. Let's have Monica. Can you read the role of the father?
Okay. You think that your family should watch the news at night and discuss it. It's a good way to raise conscientious children who know how to dialogue about what is happening in the world. Convince your son to watch the news with the family.
Good. Okay. And Marius, can you read the role of the son?
You hate watching the news with your family. You don't mind reading the news, but you think that the TV channel your father likes is too biased. You don't want to hurt his feelings, but it's annoying having to always argue against him. Find a solution without being mean.
Good. Okay, and let's have Monica. Can you repeat conscientious? Conscientious?
Conscientious.
Yeah, conscientious. It's knowing, always having. Say that way. And let's start with Monica. If you're the father, how would you start this conversation?
Excuse me, teacher. I have a question.
What's your question?
What does bias mean?
Biased. Biased. And who can
Biased.
explain what's biased?
What does it mean?
Does anybody know?
With a specific point of view, so it's not part. It's not. It's not. Well, how can I say that? Yeah, one-sided. Exactly. That's it.
Yeah. So it's not open-minded, maybe. It's one-sided. Definitely having a specific and narrow point of view would be biased. Okay. And so, yeah, let's start with Monica. Can you start with the father? What would you say first?
I will say, well, I think it's important for you to watch the news every day, because everyone should know what is happening in the world. If you want to be a citizen of the world, of a good citizen in your country, you have to know what is going on.
Nice. A good citizen. Really good grammar. And Marius, how would you respond?
I would say that my father
Pretend you're the son, too. Don't say, I would say, just say what you would say, I guess. So you can say father or dad.
Father, you don't have to watch only Fox News, because there are too biased. Then, in order to be well informed, you have to watch all points of view, to listen all points of view. And
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is my opinion.
Nice. I think that was good. We don't. Maybe we shouldn't. We shouldn't watch only Fox News. Or maybe we shouldn't only watch Fox News. Can you repeat that first sentence?
We shouldn't only watch Fox News.
Good. Okay, I think that's great. Really nice job. Leire, can you try the next one as the father?
Okay, son. I think that it's a good channel, and I agree with them. But if you want, we could watch different TV channels in the week, so we can decide which is better.
Good. During the week.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Javier, how would you respond as the son? Javier?
Yes. Okay, Father. Yeah, and To be honest, I don't want to see any other channel. I don't want to watch news. I prefer I prefer to see TMS.
I prefer watching.
Watching TMS.
TMS? What's TMS?
TMS. See, it's like about celebrities, news. What's the word?
Okay, gossip news.
Something like that.
Okay, nice. Alexander, how would you respond? Alexander, I still can't hear you. I'm not sure if you know your microphone's muted or if you've gone away
sorry.
somewhere.
So I'm further. TMS, it's celebrity news. I don't know. I would ask him about, do you like watching TV news? Or so I bought you a computer. You can watch whatever you want on the computer, and if you like this channel, you can do it via the internet. Why not? Because it's more useful, because in every time that you're free, you can just turn on the computer, boot on the system, and watch everything. And what about television? You know, I'm a father, and I'm from the past generation, and I kind of have a lack of ability to use the computer, and that is why I only can watch the TV, and you know that is my problem, and you should understand me. I want you being not angry on me about this.
I don't want you to be angry at me.
Yeah, I don't want you being angry on me, to be angry at me about that. I think you'll understand me, and I think we had a great conversation, and I think we sorted out all questions, don't you? Don't we?
Didn't we?
Didn't we? Yeah.
Or don't you? Don't you agree? You could also say, didn't we have a great conversation? Okay. Yeah, that's good. So, kind of supporting the son using the computer. All right, I think we're good here. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. Nacho, can you read the title and the comic?
Comics Conspiracy Theories. These bloody cross conspiracy theories are just a smokescreen to hide incredible truth.
Ludicrous.
Ludicrous.
Smokescreen.
Smokescreen.
Yeah. Good. And
what does
Nacho, can you ask Monica?
Sorry,
What does?
sorry for the interrupting. What do both of these words mean?
Okay, what does ludicrous mean? Does anybody know? Ludicrous. Nacho, do you think you have an answer?
I'm not sure. It's maybe I'm thinking about the ludicrous. Maybe it's not something that is fun.
Ludicrous is more like absurd. crazy, unbelievable.
Okay.
Right, what about a smoke screen? What's a smoke screen?
Yeah. It's something you create to hide the real truth.
Yeah. So something that you create to hide something else. So smoke screen is really just something that blacks out the real truth. So it's a diversion, you could say. Nacho, can you ask Monica the first question here?
Sure. What is happening in this comic?
I think that they are reading a story, and the plot is so absurd that they think it is made up to cover up something else.
Uh-huh. Okay, so yeah, exactly. Why would that be funny, Monica?
Why?
Yeah, why is that funny?
And that maybe the truth is incredible, it is something unbelievable true, and they made up another story which is also unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're like, you've got it, but I just don't understand. Marius, can you explain why this is funny?
It's funny because they try to cover up a story that it's real with a smoke screen. I don't know.
Okay, it's a little bit different. It's funny because the man looks down on conspiracy theories. He thinks they're silly, so he's like, man, these things are so stupid. Yet his own theory about conspiracy theories is a conspiracy theory. So it's like disproving conspiracy theories through conspiracy theory. So
Okay.
yeah, it's ironic because it's like the man's almost understood that they're absurd, except for that he's just taking it one step farther and saying that they're in themselves a conspiracy theory. So yeah, it's just like it's funny because he's using his own ideas. He's like disproving his own good idea almost. But good, Monica, can you ask Leire for the second question?
What is a conspiracy theory?
It's difficult to explain. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, that's fine. What about you, Nacho? Nacho, can you explain it?
A conspiracy theory is it's difficult to explain. It's something that people create in order to, so with a different meaning or with a different goal.
Okay, yeah. Alexander, do you think you can explain it?
I'll try. Yes, but it is difficult, yes, to explain. But I think that the conspiracy theory, it's like when some government or maybe some businessmen are familiar with each other, and they're trying to rule the world only by them, without any of help, and they're trying to make up some ludicrous cases about something, and they in a short, I think it is like people or community who is trying to hide themselves, but they want to rule the world.
Yeah, so that would be a conspiracy theory as an example. So a conspiracy theory is just the idea that there is a group of people, or there are certain groups of people who are deceiving the public in general. So you could say that the fact that the astronauts faked the moon landings, the United States faked the moon landings, that's a conspiracy theory. So the theory is that the United States government conspired to trick the whole world into believing that we put men on the moon. Another one, could be that there's like a new world order, so there's like a group of political leaders that are like getting together to try to take over the world by doing something nefarious to fool the public. Those are conspiracy theories. So the idea that there's a group of people who are duping the public in general. Unfortunately, we're just out of time. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for coming to class. It was great having you.
Thank
And
you.
hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.